Hello, this chick, this chick. Hello, this chick, this. Hello, this chick, this.
check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check, check, check.
Miss, I'm sharing with both of them.
Check, check.
Check. Listen, listen.
Check. Three. check, check.
रास्ते हैं भागे पाँव से आगे जिंदगी से चल कुछ और भी मांगे रास्ते हैं भागे पाँव से आगे जिंदगी से चल कुछ और भी मांगे यूं ढूंढना पैरों के निशान जाए वही ले जाए जहाँ बेसब्रिया 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 बेसब्रिया
हर घड़ी बदल रही है रूप जिंदगी
Check, check.
one and all gathered here for the 39th annual day celebration of SBOA Educational Trust. Good evening and a cordial welcome to one and all gathered here for the 39th annual day celebration of SBOA School and Junior College. I'm indeed privileged to welcome you all for this extravagant celebration. The management, principal, staff and students of SBOA School and Junior College are honored to have amidst us the distinguished dignitaries, special invitees, the proud parents and well-wishers on this 39th annual day celebration. On behalf of the management, principal, staff and students of SBOA School and Junior College, we extend a warm welcome to the chief guest of this splendid ceremony, Honorable Minister Mr. K. Pandyarajan, Minister of Tamil Development, Culture and Archaeology, Government of Tamil Nadu. We feel euphoric to welcome you, sir. We extend a cordial welcome to our President, Mr. R. Balaji, SBOA Educational Trust. I extend a warm welcome to our Secretary and Correspondent, Mr. G. Selvaraj, SBOA Educational Trust. I am elated to welcome Mr. S. Tamilvendan, Associate Secretary, SBOA Educational Trust. It's my bound duty to welcome Mr. C. Balaji, Treasurer, SBOA Educational Trust. A hearty welcome to Mr. Gunalan Sugitharaj, Management Committee Member, SBOA Educational Trust. I'm greatly elated to welcome Mr. A. Ravichandran, Correspondent, SBOA Metric High Secondary School. A warm welcome to Mr. A.V. Joseph, Correspondent, SBOA Model Metric High Secondary School. A cordial welcome to all the Management Committee members of SBOA Educational Trust. A warm welcome to the principals of our sister concerns, Mrs. Rita John, Principal, SBOA Metric, Mr. V.V. Anand, Principal, SBOA Model Metric, Mr. Ravi Kumar, Principal, SBOA Global, Mr. A. Mahesh, President, PTA, and his excellent team of office bearers. It is my pleasure in welcoming our Principal, Mrs. Radhika Uni, Vice Principals, Compartment Heads, Academic Supervisors, Teaching and non-teaching staff, retired staff, beloved parents, grandparents, students, and all well-wishers. I once again welcome you all for the 39th annual day celebration of our school. The real aim of education does not confine to textbook learning, but includes many other areas which impart overall excellence in all a child's life. Each activity performed by the little hands and inquisitive minds will make it definitely valuable in the life of the child and prosperity of the nation. To begin this colorful function, I request all gathered here to stand for the Tamil Thai Varthu.
அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் வணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனுக்கே தமிழனுக்கே உன் சீரிழமை திரும்பி என்று செயல் மறந்து வாழ்ந்ததுமே வாழ்ந்ததுமே வாழ்ந்ததுமே.
Kindly remain standing as our choir sing the school song. Please be seated. Words are rose petals that are sprinkled with fragrance to invite one and all. With the warm greetings, small cheer, and great welcome makes a merry feast. I invite Master Nikhil of Standard 12, the head boy of our school, to accord the words of welcome to the gathering.
Reach high, for stars lie hidden in your soul. Dream deep, for every dream leads to the goal. Today is a memorable occasion that we will remember in the years to come. It is time to enjoy, to cheer, to shine, to inspire, and to be inspired. It is an honor to be surrounded by so many special people and to be blessed in their fellowship on this gracious occasion. On behalf of the management, principal, staff, and students, I welcome you all to the 39th annual day function of our school. Leaders become great not because of their power, but because of their ability to empower others. I take great pleasure in extending a glowing welcome to Mr. R. Balaji, President, SBOA Educational Trust, who is a pillar of support and a source of great encouragement. The fragrance of flowers spread only in the direction of the wind, but the goodness of a person spreads in all directions. Amidst us, we have one such inspiring personality, Shri K. Pandyarajan, Honorable Minister, Tamil Development, Culture and Archaeology Department, Government of Tamil Nadu, who battled against all odds and has reached the pinnacle of success. He is highly passionate about uplifting the downtrodden, alleviates ignorance by conducting awareness drives, and infuses hope among people. We are indeed fortunate and privileged to have your kind self, sir, with us this evening as our chief guest. We extend an affable welcome to you. One tree can start a forest. One word can frame a goal. One candle can wipe out darkness. A true leader has the confidence to stand alone, the courage to make tough decisions, and the compassion to listen to the need of others is an art. Our secretary and correspondent, Sri G. Selvaraj, sir, is not only a distinct leader, but becomes a special one by the equality of his action and integrity of his intent. A hearty welcome to you, sir. No one is more cherished in this world than someone who lightens the burdens of another. I take immense pleasure in welcoming Shri C. Tamil Vendan, Associate Secretary, SBIOA Educational Trust, into our midst. A warm welcome to you, sir. You will get all you want in life if you help other people get what they want. A grateful welcome to Mr. Shri C. Balaji, Treasurer, SBIOA Educational Trust, who provides us with all our wants. I would like to welcome the correspondents of our sister concern who have played a major role in the success of their respective school. A warm welcome to Mr. A. Ravichandran, SBOA Matriculation Higher Secondary School, and a hearty welcome to Mr. A.V. Joseph, SBIOA Model Metric. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome the management committee members and extend a cordial welcome to all the former office bearers of the management. I would also like to welcome the PTA President, Mr. A. Magesh, and his team. A warm welcome to the principals of our sister concerns, Mrs. Rita John, SBOA Matriculation Higher Secondary School, and Mr. V.V. Anand, SBIOA Model Metric. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. Our beloved principal, Mrs. Radhika Unni, is a leader who shows motherly love, gives fatherly confidence, and showers us with endless care, guidance, and support. We are really blessed to have a principal like you. And with a thankful heart, we welcome you, dear madam. It is my turn to extend a gracious and inclusive welcome to our respected vice principals and compartment heads, whose sense of commitment creates an apt platform for us to grow both mentally and spiritually. We welcome you all. With immense pleasure, we also welcome our dear parents. We do cherish your partnership and collaboration in all our endeavors. We treasure your love and concern towards our second home. Your esteemed presence amidst us today makes us feel proud. Welcome, dear parents. The teacher who indeed wise does not bid you to enter the house of his wisdom, but rather leads you to the threshold of your mind. We take this opportunity to honor and welcome our dear teachers who chisel and shape our lives and make us to be a good citizen of this society. You unfold our hidden talents and creativity. Dear teachers, undoubtedly, your sense of commitment, sacrificial service, immense patience, and responsibility play a key role in our growth. We welcome you, dear teachers, with our grateful hearts. Behind the success of every event are great people who do common work uncommonly well. We would like to welcome our non-teaching staff for their continual and cooperative support, who work hand in hand with us, make us feel relieved, move a mile towards this great occasion. We welcome you all. Children are the world's most valuable resource and its best hope for the future. Yes, dear friends, you are the gifts of God, precious pearls of the society, and building blocks of the strong nation. Every activity in the school revolves around you, and you become the center of everything. A friendly and lovable welcome to you, my dear friends. Once again, we welcome you all to the 39th Annual Day function of our school. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikhil, for the warm note of welcome. Successful people build each other up. They motivate and inspire others. One such successful person is our chief guest, Honorable Minister, Mr. K. Pandyarajan, Minister of Tamil Development and Archaeology. May I request our Vice Principal, Mr. John Anbalagan, to introduce the most distinguished chief guest.
Respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, teachers, parents, and my beloved students. It's an honor and privilege to introduce the chief guest of today's function, Sri K. Pandyarajan, Honorable Minister for Tamil Literature, Culture and Archaeology. Sri K. Pandyarajan is one of the most well-respected business leaders in India, with more than 30 years of experience in management and human resources. As the founder of Mafoi Management Consultants, he was at the forefront of the transformational changes that swept the HR landscape over the last 2 decades and pioneered the HR outsourcing concept in India. After his pioneering role in defining HR industry, he moved to consulting, analytics, and education businesses with the incorporation of Mafoi Strategic Consultants Private Limited as a holding company in the year 2012. The new venture focuses on providing high-end consulting solutions to Indian industries with a special focus on SMEs. With his inherent HR expertise, He is the chairman of the New Age HR Services Company, CIHR, which offers recruitment, staffing, and HR consultancy services across India. Our chief guest keenly believes in the fundamental principles of empowerment at all levels and is actively involved in the CSR activities that focuses on empowering children, women, and youth through education, healthcare, and livelihood support. He is also a member of Legislative Assembly of the State of Tamil Nadu in India, representing the Virudhunagar constituency. During his tenure, he made significant improvements in these infrastructure and essential services. Various projects were initiated and executed with a long-term perspective. Knowing his enterprising caliber and capabilities, late Chief Minister Ms. J. Jayalalitha inducted him into her party, and after 2016 Tamil Nadu Assembly election, made him the Minister for Education, and at present he is the Minister for Tamil Literature, Culture and Archaeology. Brief profile. He did his BE in PSG College Technology, Coimbatore, and did his MBA in PM and IR from XLRI Jamshedpur, founded Mafai Management Consultants Limited, and built it to be one of the largest HR service providers in the country, making significant contribution to the HR landscape in India. Mafai created employment opportunities for more than 4 lakh professionals in 36 countries with offices all over India and in various other countries. Has been on the board of various companies and is now associated with companies like Icon-D, Neitra Technologies, member of Governing Council in Kalasalingam University, Hindustan University, Ethiraj College, Velammal Institute of Management, ADM College for Women, Center for Social Initiatives and Management. Member of the State Council of CII Tamil Nadu, member of Young Presidents Organizations, Global Forum for Young Achievers in the Industry. Charter member of the Indus Entrepreneurs Chennai, a global forum comprising over 6,000 entrepreneurs of Indian origin. Founder trustee of Swarnambal Educational Trust and the Mafoi Foundation that has touched the lives of more than 1 lakh families through its various schemes. Founder trustee of Confederation of Indian Organizations for Service and Advocacy, a forum representing over 247 NGOs in Chennai. Active Rotarian, author of You Are Appointed and Ayirathil Oruvan, career guidance books in Tamil for youth, and has motivated more than 1 lakh of students through his speeches. Above all, he was a proud parent of our school. Sir, we are very happy to have such an eminent, eloquent, enterprising, versatile, and vibrant personality as our chief guest for the 39th annual day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for that elaborate introduction. We build our children. As our tradition, we would like to honor our chief guest, Honorable Minister, Mr. K. Pandyarajan, Minister of Tamil Development and Archaeology, Government of Tamil Nadu. I request Mr. R. Balaji, President, SBOA Educational Trust, to present a bouquet as a token of our love. I request our Secretary and Correspondent, SBOA Educational Trust, Mr. G. Selvaraj, to present a memento as a token of our love and gratitude. I request Mr. T. Tamil Vendan, Associate Secretary, SBOA Educational Trust, to present a sapling and welcome him. Thank you, sir, for doing the honors. We build on children's strength and celebrate their achievements, helping children to recognize their accomplishments and experience the joy of learning. The students of our school has brought laurels in all the fields, whether it be the academics or cultural or sports. May I now request our principal, Mrs. Radhika Unni, to present the annual report.
Distinguished guests on the dais, and dear friends, I have a very elaborate report to present. It's an extensive report of 19 pages. Owing to paucity of time, I'm compelled to present a condensed version of it. The major events, laurels, and milestones alone are, however, highlighted, which is but a tip of the iceberg. I request the dignitaries to go through the elaborate report presented in the folder. The only limit to height of your achievement is the reach of your dreams and your willingness to work for them. Michelle Obama said so. SBOA School and Junior College opened its portal of learning in 1979 to 282 students with 13 teachers. The present strength is 10,020 students and 468 staff speak volumes of its saga to mighty. With illustrious leaders at the helm of our efforts, Secretary and Correspondent Dr. T. Thomas Franco Rajendra Dev, and the Correspondent of SBOA School and Junior College, T. Senthi Kumar, and the present management members who are ever supportive, the school has surged forward in the year 2017 to 18 to earn worldwide acclaim and international status. With a grateful and humble heart, I venture out to give you a glimpse into a few of the many accolades won by our school this year. Academic excellence, epoch academic feat and advances. We recorded 100% result in both class 10 and 12 exam. In class 12, 346 students appeared for the AISSC board exam, amongst which 300 students scored distinction, while 46 scored first class, no second class at all. Miriam Santosh Kadavan of 12C stood first with 491 out of 500. Rohit D of 12C stood second with 490 out of 500. And the third position was shared by Achyuta Krishna of 12B and Charulada V of 12I with 489 out of 500. There were 4 centums in computer science, 2 centums in maths, and 1 centum in economics. The 78 students who appeared for AISSC board exam made the school even more proud, with Jayasa Simhan V of 10Q standing first with securing 495 out of 500. Ridu Alice Cherian of 10O stood second with 493 out of 500. And Prashant Bhukia of 10C with 492 was placed third. There were 5 centums in French, 8 in maths, 3 in science, and 19 in social studies. Accolades. Sri Ubendra Kushal, Honorable Minister of State for Human Resources Development, conferred Mrs. Radhika Uni Principal with CBSE Teacher Award 2016-17 on 11/9/2017. Mr. Manoharan Kupusamy, Vice Principal, received the Best Teacher Award from the West at Chennai Sahodaya Cluster Schools. He was awarded a certificate and a shield. Mrs. G. Parvati of Humanities was awarded the Best Teacher Award by a Lions Club of Golden Paradise, Lions Club of Golden Chariot, Chennai. SBOA School and Junior College is ranked number 1 in India, 1 in Tamil Nadu, and now number 1 in Chennai, under the category India's top 20 CBSE schools in a survey conducted by Education Today company. Mrs. Radhika Uni, Principal, received the Certificate of Achievement for Exemplary Contribution to the Education Field, a shield and a trophy awarded to SBOA School and Junior College in the Merit Award function held at Bangalore. SBOA School and Junior College, Chennai had made it to this year's stellar list of Global Innovative School to receive the GIZA 2018 award. The Global Innovative School Award signify an exemplary performance of the school in 5 areas: impact, academic performance, culture inclusions, social awareness, and use of technology. Social Responsibility Award was presented to SBOA School and Junior College on 1st October 2017, the International Day of Older Persons, for our contribution of rupees 4 lakhs and above to help Age India. In the special research-based listing the world's greatest brand and leaders 2017-18, process reviewers PricewaterhouseCoopers Private Limited, SBOA School and Junior College won the brand award, and Dr. D. Thomas Franco Rajendra Dev, Secretary and Correspondent, won the brand leader award at Dubai on 9th May 2018. Important events and celebrations. The Atal Tinkering Lab was inaugurated on 25/10/2017 by the Chief Guest Dr. Balaji Srinivasan, HOD, Department of Electrical Engineering, IIT, in presence of our Secretary and Correspondent and CEO of ATL. The ATL Lab conducted many activities for sister institutions as well as to many corporations and government schools. We Wisdom, the two-day knowledge purge of the KG and the primary kids, was held on 27/10/2017, which mesmerized everyone. Dengue awareness program, Mosquito Against Mosquito, was held in collaboration with the International Explorer. The occasion was graced by Dr. Radhakrishnan, IAS officer, Mr. J. Arya, film actor and our alumnus, and Mr. Nirmal, founder president of Exnora, and our management committee members. All the three schools of the management showcased their presentation. Children's Day was celebrated with grandeur by the students, mesmerizing everyone with rocking fusion dance, slowful melodies, and storytelling, elocution, etc. Kuppai Tiruvida was held on 25th and 26th November 2017. The need of the hour, reduce, reuse, recycle, refuse, and repair were highlighted through many competitions and presentations. 18 mosquitoes and 2 teachers spread the message of how to eradicate mosquitoes, practicing cleanliness and environmental-friendly act, and they went out and did the act themselves. Physically, the Crusaders cleaned the surroundings and educated the public. SBOA Educational Trust always equipped its teachers to keep abreast with international standards. 14 teachers of our school, along with sister concerned teachers, were sent to Singapore to be trained by the 21st century teaching skill at Singapore Management University. To equip students with total understanding of learning process, Energia SOI Learning Specialist Training was held for 21 teachers between 12th December and 14th December 2017. Mr. Ashish of Energia Wellbeing Private Limited conducted the 3-day seminar. The 39th Annual Sports Festival was celebrated on 29 January 2018. The chief guest of the function was Mr. Santosh Kumar, IPS, Joint Commissioner of Police West Zone, Greater Chennai. He declared the sports meet open and gave special address. Mr. V. Nandakumar, IRS, Joint Secretary Audit, Department of Income Tax, Mr. Sucharita Kamath, Vice President and Chairman, Women's Sailing Committee, were other chief guests of the closing ceremony. The Scouts and Guides 35th Annual Camp was conducted in the first week of February 2018, where over 1,000 students from various movements like Scouts, Guides, Cubs, Bulbuls, NSS, JRC, and RSP got to enrich their knowledge through the fun-filled activities. Muttamil Vizha was celebrated by the Tamil Department on 27/2018 with great pomp, fanfare, and culturals. Mr. Shubha Marimuthu and Mrs. Srilekha Parthasarathi, playback singers, were guests of honor. The curtains fell on all extracurricular activities, with ECA valedictory being held on 28/2/2018. Mr. Dharan, music director, and Mrs. Sri Madhumita, playback singer, Mr. Kali Venkat, comedian, and Mr. Ilayaraja, art mentor, grace event. The kindergarten graduation day, celebrated on 8th March 2018, was a red letter day for all the graduates as they got ready to scale up the next step of the academic ladder. Mr. Rakesh Shashikant, CEO, Director of Indian Institute of Knowledge Management, was the chief guest. Women's Day was celebrated with Deelan on 8th March, and Dr. T.V.S. Patmaja, Principal and Head of the Department of English, Valimal College for Women, was the chief guest. Beat Plastic Pollution was the theme of the Environment Day celebration on June 5th in our school. In order to instill respect and love towards all elders, our school celebrated the World's Elders Abuse Awareness Day on 13th June 2018. Dr. V.S. Nadrajan, geriatric physician, member of Mudiyor Nala Arekattalai, and Mrs. Samudavali, the Director of Social Welfare, were the dignitaries. To combat the issue of growing population and to raise awareness among the public about it, World Population Day was celebrated on 11th July. The installation ceremony of Interact Club was held on 27 at the Indira Gandhi Auditorium, where Rotarian Vasant Vasudevan and Rotarian Ram Prasad and Rotarian P.S. Suresh were guests of honor. In an effort to increase the green cover in Chennai, which was destroyed during the Varda cyclone, Re-Green Chennai Marathon was organized involving 700 students and 70 teachers on 17/12/2017. The projects presented by S. Amudu Sundaram and M. Vainavi of 6A at the regional level science exhibition of CBSE was selected to go to the nationals. 163 students enrolled for SBA Kiddovators and 7 of our students qualified for the finals. And they won laurels for the school. The school was bestowed with the Best Rising School Award 2018 and the Most Enterprising School Award 2018. Investiture ceremony began with ceremonial march, and Mr. T. Santhikumar, correspondent, was the chief guest of the function, and the newly elected leaders were sworn in. Annual Day, the 38th Annual Day was celebrated on 4th August 2017 amid zest, vibrancy and elation at the school premises. The program started with the welcome speech by the head girl, Nishida Sharon. And the chief guest for the function was Mr. Mahesh T. Dharmadhikari, Regional Officer. The guest of honor, Mr. M. Vijayakumar, IAS, Secretary, TNPSC Chennai, highlighted the quality and integrity of teachers in our school. Independence Day. The 71st Independence Day was celebrated in a very grand manner. Wing Commander D. Sendil Kumar, Officer Commanding 1, Tamil Nadu Air Squadron, NCC, Chennai, hosted the national flag and inspected the Independence Day contingents. The National Integration Pledge was taken. Mr. C. Tangamani, a freedom fighter, was honored by Mr. R. Balaji, Associate Secretary, SBOA Educational Trust. Teachers Day was celebrated on September 6, 2017. Mr. Ramesh Prabha was the chief guest for the occasion, inspired the teachers with his speech and appreciated the effort for student community. SBIO Educational Trust Teachers of the Year Award was presented to the following staff members: Mr. Srinivasulu, Mrs. Shanti Polly Susan, and Mrs. V. Kausalya. The students entertained the teachers with cultural programs. Rendezvous with Aditi Rao. To commemorate the second death anniversary of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam on 27 July, the students of Standard 8 and teachers paid a floral tribute, and a rendezvous was arranged with Aditi Rao, an author of children's book. Extracurricular achievements. The painting of S. Shirin of Standard 60 was selected in top 100 for the finals of Sakkam National Painting Competition 2017, conducted by Petroleum Conservation Research Association. The finals were held on 26 December at New Delhi. NCC Air Wing Cadet C.S. Sriram of 9O was selected for Republic Day Camp and also the Prime Minister's Rally. NRK Arun of 10D won Golden Voice of 2018 in the competition conducted by Rotary Club of Chennai. H. Haripriya of Standard 10J won first place in painting competitions conducted by Suryam FM, Varnajalam, SBI, Indian Oil Corporation, and Weissman's Group. K.M. Vinisha of 10J won the first place in painting competition conducted by Tamil Nadu Kalai Panpaadu Kazhagam at Chennai district level. Roshini K.R. of Standard 11F is a winner of the National Online Poster Making Competition conducted by Ministry of Ayush, Government of India in connection with the International Yoga Day. She is a winner in the online art contest Hava Badalo School Warrior Contest conducted by GAIL India at national level to spread awareness about pollution and climate change. Design Championship is a platform for school students to display their talent in movie making, industrial design, graphic design, and game designing. Our school participated in all the competition for both seniors and juniors and bagged the first place in movie making and game design under junior category. And Madhumita of 7 and won several laurels in drawing competition. 29 of our students, accompanied by 3 teachers, participated in the World Scholar Cup Global Round at Kuala Lumpur Convention Center, Malaysia, from 17/6, 2018 to 24/6, 2018. In this competition, 38 countries, 700 students, and 4,079 students participated. Our students won 35 gold medals, 47 silver medals. Out of the 10 teams, 7 have qualified for the final tournament of champions at Yale University, USA. In the ATC camp conducted by one Tamil Nadu Air Squadron NCC from 20th June to 29th June at Satyabama University, NCC Air Wing cadets of SBOAJC came first in drill, first in debate, first in cross country, and second in quiz. 25 students from Scouts, 22 students from Guides were honored with Raja Puraskar Award, and 40 students from clubs and 40 students from Bulbuls were honored with Golden Arrow Award for the year 2017-18. Sports, international level. Artistic roller skating, Parachuri Uday Kiran of Standard 10 represented India in roller skating games World Championship organized by Federation of International Skating Association held in Chennai. CBSE Nationals and Open Nationals. CBSE National Chess Tournament was organized by Sarala Birla Public School at Ranchi from 14 to 18 November 2017. The under-14 girls clinched the winner trophy. Table tennis, CBSE Nationals were organized by KN Modi Global School, Ghaziabad from 16 to 9th November 2017. Our school boys under 14 won the winner trophy in team championship event. The girls under 17 team won the winner's trophy in the team championship event. Our Trisha of Standard 9 won the silver medal in the mixed doubles event. CBSE Cluster National Athletic Championship was organized by Allen Public School, Raipur from 20th to 24th November 2017. K. Suryaraj of 12G won the gold medal in 200 meters dash and bronze medal in 100 meters dash and in boys under 19 under category. Saralya P. Narayan of Standard 12G won silver medal in triple jump event in girls under 19 years category. Krishna Jain Sangar of Standard 10Q won the gold medal in shot put event and bronze medal in discus throw in girls under 17 years category. Mary Ann Matthew of Standard 9A won the bronze medal in long jump in girls under 17 year category. Archery. YP Yatin Nitish of Standard 5N represented Tamil Nadu State and clinched the bronze medal in the 7th National Field Indoor Archery Championship held at Maharashtra from 22nd to 25th October 2017. Football. R. Allen of Standard 9C attended the Tamil Nadu State Sub-Junior Boys Football Coaching Camp and he represented Tamil Nadu State at the Football National Championship held at Tanjavur from 23rd to 31st August 2017. Seminars and workshops. The SB Education Trust organized a 5-day seminar on the topic Unity in Diversity under the Teacher Orientation Program Top 18 from 23rd April to 27th April. For the faculty and administrative staff of all SBA schools, eminent personalities from different walks of life were the speakers. Outreach. From 4 December to 11 December 2017, as part of the outreach program, students of Standard 6 went to Ecomwell, Community Welfare Organization in Mogapur. 15 boys represented each section of Standard 9 were taken on a visit to 2 orphanages in Porur. Standard 10 visited Vasandam, a special school for mentally challenged, and Manasa, a school for special children, mentally handicapped and spastic. They distributed bags of rice, dal, bedsheet, towels, nighties, health drinks, biscuits, toiletries were distributed to the inmates for their use. Gratitude makes sense of our past, bring peace for today, and creates a vision. I express my heartfelt thanks to Mr. A. Krishnan, the former president of SB Education Trust, for being our constant support. I would like to record a hearty thanks to former secretary and correspondent, Dr. D. Thomas Franco Rajendra, for his inspiration and guidance through the entire year. I would like to thank Mr. R. Balaji, Associate Secretary, for his unconditional support, and it is our pleasure to have him continue as our president of the SBA Education Trust. And indeed, we are always grateful to him for his unbiased opinion and suggestion for the betterment. I express my sincere thanks to Mr. M. Shanmugam, former treasurer, for his keen interest in development of the school. I offer my genuine thanks to Mr. T. Sendikumar, former correspondent, for his innovative ideas, infinite patience, and invaluable support in our pursuit of excellence. I would like to record our hearty thanks to the present secretary and correspondent, Mr. G. Selvaraj, for his guidance and welfare measures for the staff and the school. I would like to thank Mr. S. Tamilvendan, Associate Secretary, for his unconditional support. I express my sincere thanks to Mr. C. Balaji, treasurer for his keen interest in the development of the school. Thank you, compartment heads, teachers, students, PTA, parents, and all my supporting staff. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for that elaborate and informative annual report. A man is but the product of his thought. What he thinks, he becomes. Many of our dreams at first seems impossible, then they seem improbable. If we put our hearts and soul, it becomes such inevitable incidents. Noteworthy instances and celebrated moments were chronicled in our souvenir. May I now request Honorable Minister Mr. K. Pandya-Rajan, Minister of Tamil Development, Culture and Archaeology, to release the first copy of the annual souvenir. The first copy will be received by Mr. A. Mahesh, President PTA. Thank you, sir. The secret of success is good leadership. And good leadership is all about making the lives of the team members better. One such outstanding leader who translates his vision into reality is none other than our esteemed President, Mr. R. Balaji, SBOA Educational Trust. May I now request, sir, to give the presidential address.
Distinguished Chief Guest, Sri K. Pandya-Rajan, the Honorable Minister for Tamil Development, Culture and Archaeology, Government of Tamil Nadu, our beloved Secretary and Correspondent, Sri G. Selvaraj, our Associate Secretary, Mr. S. Tamilvendan, our Treasurer, Mr. C. Balaji, our Management Committee members, Sri K. Rajaram, Sri M. Sundarraman, Sri S.S.T. Madhavaraj, the correspondent and senior member, Sri A. Ravichandran, correspondent of our SBOA Matriculation School, Mr. A.V. Joseph, the correspondent of our Model Matriculation School, the management committee members, Mr. Manimaran, trust members, Mr. Muralidharan, former treasurer, Sri K. Bhavani Shankar, former secretary and correspondent, Sri K. Parthasarathi, the former management committee member, Mr. K. Manogaran, the lifetime member of this educational trust, Mr. Parthasarathi, the president of our PTA, Sri A. Magesh, former president, Mr. Ravi, the principal of our esteemed institution, Madam Radhika Unni, the team of dedicated teachers, staff members. Good evening to one and all. I have immense pleasure to stand before you to give you a warm welcome to our chief guest for having accepted our invitation and present here for this August function. Today is an important day, the 39th annual day. A happy day once in a year which gives immense pleasure, happiness, cheer, and joy to the parents as well as to the students. This SBOA School and Junior College is one of the pioneer institutions in Tamil Nadu. The achievements of the students, which has been listed by Madam Radhika Unni, will only a gist of the achievements. If we go through the entire report consists of 17 pages, starting from the academics to the sports and games, curricular and extracurricular activities. A day is required to accomplish the students whose talent has been found, nurtured, developed by the teachers. They all excelled in state level, national level, international level. SBOA school is one which caters the needs of the students of all walks of life. Today, one can find SBOANs in all walks of life. From the day of inclusiveness in admission, since its inception, today we adorn, we dearly hold on it. For the last 40 years, the school has done yeoman service to the students to fulfill their dreams and as well as the parents. If the school consists that character is the essential requisite of a sound education system, our core values root to a tradition of academic excellence, community service, peace consciousness, universal love, and faith on God. This is possible only by the unparalleled support of the students, coupled with the parents, who always held the motto of this educational trust: educate and eliminate in high esteem. The teachers are dedicated to see their students to give 100% effort for the academic excellence as well as the curricular and co-curricular activities. I look ahead and visualize that this school will keep up the tempo and maintain the success of all the levels of benchmark which has achieved during the last 39 years, and also continue to do with the same vigor, zeal, and enthusiasm. Under the leadership of Srimati Radhika Unni, the school has excelled in the board examinations of 2017 and 18 and continue to do in the coming years also. On this happiest occasion, I pray my Almighty to give thee a strength, stamina for the students, for the teachers, for the parents, for the management, to excel in all the fields with a sheer cooperation and coordination. My best wishes to the teachers, parents, students, and all of the grandparents who are present in large numbers, an amazing gathering today to enjoy the joy and also the entertainment. I wish the success of this annual day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your words of motivation and appreciation. We assure you that we would strive to reach the greater heights in future. The chief guest of today's function needs no introduction. We have amidst us our Honorable Chief Minister, Mr. K. Pandiyarajan, Minister of Tamil Development and Archaeology of Tamil Nadu. Your august presence for this evening's festivity adds glitters to our campus. You are a person who embraces challenges, believes in continuous efforts. Indeed, your work ethics is a true reflection that inspires everyone to achieve the pinnacle. May I now request Sir to address the gathering.
புதுப்புனலின் வேகத்துடனும் புதுமழையின் வாசத்துடனும் என் முன்னே அமர்ந்திருக்கும் என் இனிய அன்பு இளம் மாணவ செல்வர்களே, such a pleasure to address you. என் மகன், என் மகள், என் பேரன், என் பேர்த்தி என்னவெல்லாம் ஆக வேண்டும் என்ற எண்ண கனவுகளை இதயத்தில் தாங்கி திரளாக வந்திருக்கும் பெற்றோர்களே, பெரியவர்களே, சிதைக்காமல் செதுக்கும் சிற்பியைப் போல இளம் உள்ளங்களை சிதைத்திடாமல் செதுக்கி நிற்கும் என் இனிய ஆசிரியர் பெருமக்களே, இந்த நல்ல நிகழ்ச்சிக்கு என்னை அழைத்து சிறப்பித்த இந்த பழம்பெருமை மிக்க SBOA எஜுகேஷனல் ட்ரஸ்டுடைய பிரசிடென்ட் திரு பாலாஜி அவர்களே, செக்ரட்டரி திரு செல்வராஜ் அவர்களே, அசோசியேட் செக்ரட்டரி தமிழ்வேந்தன் அவர்களே, ட்ரெஷரர் பாலாஜி அவர்களே மற்றும் PTA பிரசிடென்ட் மகேஷ் அவர்களே. ஒரு காலத்தில் நான் அந்த இடத்துல PTA பிரசிடெண்டாக உட்காந்துருக்கேன் ரொம்ப வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னால். ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமாக இருக்குது மீண்டும் இங்கே வந்து உங்கள்கிட்ட பேசுகிறதுக்கு. பிரின்சிபல், இந்த பள்ளியுடைய ஆற்றல் மிகு பிரின்சிபல் மிஸ்ஸஸ் ராதிகா உன்னி அவர்களே, ரெஸ்பெக்டட் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் கமிட்டி மெம்பர்ஸ் அண்ட் மிஸ்டர் ரவிச்சந்திரன், Mr. A.V. Joseph, the fellow correspondents of the sister institutions, எல்லாருக்கும் வணக்கம். எனக்கு இந்த பள்ளிக்கு வர்றப்பெல்லாம் ஒரு இனம் புரியாத உணர்வு வரும். ஒரு உண்மை நிகழ்வை மட்டும் சொல்லிட்டு என் பேச்சை துவங்க விரும்புகிறேன். என் பிள்ளைங்க 2 பேரும் இங்கே தான் படித்தாங்க. சுனிலா, சுஹாஸ் LKGயிலிருந்து முழுமையாக படித்தாங்க. ஒரு காலகட்டத்தில் என் பையனை 10th முடித்த உடனே இன்னொரு எலிட் ஸ்கூலில் போடணும்னு நினச்சோம். நாங்கள் 2 பேரும், என் ஒய்ஃபும் நானும், இந்தியாவிலே ஃபேமஸான ஒரு பள்ளி, அந்த பள்ளியில் வந்து 11th கொண்டு போய் சேர்க்குறோன்னு சொல்லிட்டு அட்மிஷன்லாம் ரொம்ப கஷ்டப்பட்டு வாங்கி அவனை அட்மிட் பண்ண போன அன்னைக்கு he just broke down. அழுக ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டான். அவன் அழுது நான் பார்த்ததே கிடையாது. என் பையன் சுஹாஸ். he said like, இல்லைப்பா நாங்கள் படிக்கலை, எனக்கு திருப்பி நான் SBOA தான் போகிறேன் அப்படின்ட்டான். என்னடா பிரச்சனை உனக்கு? இவ்வளவு பெரிய இடம், அதுவும் சென்னையிலே இருக்கிற ஒரு பள்ளி, இந்த பள்ளிக்கூடத்தில் போய் படிக்கிறதுல என்ன கஷ்டம் உனக்கு? அவன் he used to be very sporty. He was leading the cricket team here. அந்த பள்ளியில் இருக்கிற கிரிக்கெட் டீம் வந்து ஆல் இண்டியா ஃபேமஸ். ஸோ அதனால் அதைத்தான் மெயினாக வச்சு அங்கே கூட்டு போயிருந்தோம். he just simply said, நான் இங்கே தான் படிக்கணும்ப்பா, என் கூட வந்து உயிருக்கு உயிராக இருக்கிற நண்பர்கள் 12 பேர் ஒரு கேங்காக இருப்பாங்க அந்த டயத்தில் வந்து, அவங்க எல்லாம் இங்கே படிக்கிறாங்க, நான் அங்கே படிக்க முடியாதுப்பா, நான் நல்லா படிக்கிறேன்ப்பா, நீங்கள் ஒன்றும் கவலைப்படாதீங்க, நான் வந்து நல்லா இங்கிலீஷ் பேசுவேன்ப்பா, நீங்கள் ஒன்றும், ஐ யூஸ் டு பி வெரி கன்சர்ன், இங்கிலீஷ் அவ்வளோ சரியாக வந்து கொஞ்சம் எலீட்டாக பேச மாட்டான், எங்களை மாதிரி பேசிகிட்டு இருப்பான் இங்கிலீஷ், அதனால் வந்து அது ஒரு இது சொல்லிகிட்டு இருந்தோம், இங்கே போனால் நல்லா இங்கிலீஷ் பேசலாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. He refused completely. He cried, and we tore up the admission papers, came back, requested, and with some difficulty we got the admission back. He's now studying to be an aerospace engineer in the University of Sheffield. He's in the 3rd year now. You know, but I kept on asking myself, what is the core identity of this school? எனக்கு அவங்க நிறையா 17 பக்கம் படித்தாங்க. அந்த 17 பக்கம் மேடம் படிக்கிறப்போ எனக்கு பிடிச்சிருந்த ஒரு வரி, இந்தியாவிலேருந்து துபாய்க்கு போய் த பெஸ்ட் எஜுகேஷன் பிராண்ட் அவார்டை SBOA வாங்கிட்டு வந்திருக்குன்னு சொன்னாங்க. ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமாக இருந்தது. ஸோ ஐ வாஸ் ட்ரைங் டு ஆஸ்க் மை செல்ஃப், நீங்களும் உங்கள் போட்டிகள் எல்லாம் வேல்யூஸ் அண்ட் வேல்யூபிள்ஸ்னு டைட்டில் போட்டிருந்தீங்க. ஸோ ஐ வாஸ் ரியலி ஸ்டார்டிங் டு ஆஸ்க், வாட் டஸ் SBOA ஸ்டாண்ட் ஃபார்? You know, whatever you look at, whether it's a product or a service or a school, you need to ask how this was conceived, how this entity was received, and how it has grown. You need to look at these 3 aspects as a management person. When I ask myself, the SBOA brand, how was it conceived, who conceived it? You know, there's such a unique thing which I realized. I'm a student of industrial relations and personnel management. All my life I was trained to deal with trade unions. fight with trade unions. All my life, I was a HR manager, industrial relations manager, fighting with people like them, unions, in terms of always they will only ask for the moon, how much salary increase, how much to, how not to link to productivity. The fundamental premise used to be like security of employment. And of course, growth of their own tribe, more and more people to be recruited. I was amazed to see out of the 12 circles of State Bank of India, only the Chennai circle, which includes Tamil Nadu and Kerala, they are the only ones who have 12 schools running. Because running a school means entrepreneurship. It's not union activity. You need to have the spirit of entrepreneurship. I knew how, for instance, this premise was born at a point in time. I used to live just next street. Our home used to be just next door here. And I knew the initial struggles of the school, how with constantly changing owners, the owners used to come once in 3 years, in the sense the empowered trade union leaders, who are all officers again. A typical officer in a State Bank of India, who's not taught how to run a company, who's not taught at all how to run an enterprise, the kind of entrepreneurial spirit that is needed to run a school more than anything else is legendary. So here are people who day in and day out manage. Suddenly they are thrust with greatness. As Shakespeare or somebody said, greatness, some people are born with greatness. Some people are, having greatness thrust upon them. In many ways, people from another sphere just completely coming in and being thrust with the greatness of building an educational enterprise is the challenge I think I wanted to recognize first. Just 5,500 officers of this entity, State Bank of India, collectively creating 12 such schools, and one school alone having 10,000 children. The future of 10,000 students has been vested by a whole lot of us parents to them. So I really asked myself, if I were to do a brand mapping of SBOA, what would be the key elements of the brand? Whether it's for Colgate or whether it's Unilever or whether it's a shirt brand, Raymond, or any of the brands. There's always certain things which the brand is. There are certain things which the brand is not. So when I ask myself, what is the nature of SBOA? In my experience of the last, since 92, I've known the school. So about 26 years of my experiencing SBOA, I thought the first statement which describes SBOA school is earthy and simple. The first part of your identity is a certain element of earthiness in spite of glorious achievements, what you have. I think a normal SBOA child, compared to any other school, comes up with an element of earthiness and simplicity. I've seen this when I always used to bring my child to see the teachers. I hope that system still continues. I've met her more as vice principal and my son's class teacher at some point in time. And I think this is the first value premise which this institution stands on, creating children, fostering in children an element of earthiness, element of simplicity. And the second thing is egalitarian. I've not seen in the last many years of my knowing the school any sense of discrimination. There are people I'm sure who will be very powerful who will come. I know the DGP's son used to study here, people of phenomenal background who could be the movers and shakers of Chennai who would come here. But I would see the same treatment method to their children as my servant maid's daughter who studied here. She also studied here. She's done very well for herself. But I don't think there was any differential treatment which was shown to either of the children. So the egalitarian, in my view, is, I know how tough it is to manage. I also ran a school. I attempted to build a school into something, now it's run by someone else. It's very difficult to maintain the value of egalitarianism. And the third is family values. In my view, an SBOA student who goes out remains rooted with his family far better. I've seen many of my friends, children, we all part of Young Presidents Organization, and I used to run a 1,000 crore company. And we, know many of the children who are my friends' children who cut themselves off so vigorously moment they move overseas. Both the children went overseas and studied, but and myself and my wife Lata, we were really all over the world. I set up offices all over the place. I think if there is a modicum of family connect that my children have, I think I attributed it 100% to SBOA in my view. I think it's the systems that you have, the structures you have, the processes that you manage, or building a deep connect with the family of the child with the family. I think it's something you need to keep in mind, foster it, continue to foster it. But I think there are two things. The next one is being inclusive. I think you are an organization which includes children very effectively. But I think you're also a very understated brand. If I have to look at SBOA as a brand, I think it's a little bit of understated as a brand. In my view, many of your students tend to be more understated than they should. Let me make this point. In the sense for the kind of substance that the children come with, my home even today is filled with all SBOA alumni. My son, when he comes, he's a very gregarious guy, so all the time it's SBOA at my home. But whenever I listen to them, I've always felt there's a certain element of reticence in not talking about their own pluses. Exactly like the way SBOA school talks much less of itself. I've come many times, multiple times I've come here, but I've always felt your media connect, your ability to project even the very positives, except maybe during the Johnson time. That was one of the earlier principals whom I had, one of the very illustrious principals. But for that, I really think you say a lot less about yourself than what you must. And the last element of the identity of SBOA, as I can say, this is something I want the school to change, in my view. I think there's a certain inability to nurture heroes. Let me say that again. I have a feeling, there are, in our need to have egalitarian system of education, in our need to have not discrimination among people, which is all good things, in our need to have a fairly standard input without fear of favor to different people, I'm asking myself, are there processes in place which in some sense deter non-academic heroism? Let me state that again. I want to just spend my next 5 minutes on this part. Today, the world, especially in India, is filled with heroism. Heroism not only in academics. Academic heroism, of course, SBOA has been generating in plenty. I'm sure state firsts you get. Nowadays, they don't let you declare state first. We consciously did that because there were so many suicides. Not of people who failed, but of people who didn't get number one. That was the reason Tamil Nadu government made a very important decision not to have the state first, state second, state third kind of a thing. But what is happening to generating heroes in spheres like sports, for instance? The entire country stood up as one last month. How many of you had mist in your eyes when this young girl from Assam ran to glory 54.16 seconds, which what's the name of the girl? Hima Das. How much of spirit with which you hold. We may not ever see that girl's face, A young girl who worked in a paddy field comes into the school system. The school system gives her whatever it was to discover the heroism in her. Can we, in SBOA, consciously build a hero development program? Call it champion development program, consciously calling it hero development program because, once you start celebrating a certain kind of people, you will instill that kind of a value here. Your entire theme of value and valuable, I want to add to it one more value called valuation. I'll just come back to it. See, in terms of the great careers that you have, the future of India, the 10,000 of you, the kids that you have here, and the parents, whatever value is planted as a seed in the mind and heart of a child comes with it all through. The request that I'm asking, 7-8 years back, I did a mission workshop for this group of schools, SBOA. The trust I did that. One of the things I did say at that time, I'm repeating again. Somewhere, be careful in terms of changing the DNA of your organization, of your trust, of your school. But you can do DNA modification. You can modify DNA without taking away all your strengths. You're being earthy, simple, egalitarian, family values, inclusive. Can you add to it? This is a place for heroes to emerge. Heroes in the area of sports, heroes in the area of culture, heroes in the area of even academics, heroes in the area of creation. When I was the education minister of this state, when I went to Namakkal district, I saw one very, very downtrodden, very poor set of children. They came to me running, held my hands, and showed me a certificate and gave me a check. This was a check for 5 lakhs. They had won the National Innovation Council Award. And what they did, they had simply taken all these junked plastic bottles, plastic cans, made commodes out of it and fitted it into the toilet. They had a problem with the government toilet they had. They actually created a toilet using this plastic refuse. Simple innovation. India recognized it with the National Innovation Council, 5 lakhs, very, very young kids. It's possible to create heroes in ideas. Heroes through ideas. This is the world of ideas. The world is really, really changing for the better. And in my view, creation at this point in time, you are really in the hotbed of creativity. Can the school find a way to create the infrastructure for it? Can you, for instance, foster your children to work in teams, come up with ideas, and come up with those models? I know you have a science exhibition. I know you have many other structures. But can you have a structure for identifying heroes early in their career? Nurture them through that part. I remember one of my daughter's friends used to be very, very keen on movies. She acted in a movie called Kutti. This was quite many years back, so you may not remember. But I know that girl was torn between her artistic career and the academic career. She actually dropped out of acting within about 2 years or so. It's a personal choice. But I'm saying there must be sparks among you. I would like to see, for instance, when I come to a school, A.R. Rahman passed out from here, or Ilaiyaraaja passed out from here, or M.S. Subbulakshmi passed out from here, or, doyens in different worlds, doyens in sports, doyens in culture, doyens in entrepreneurship. That needs very conscious reordering of our structures and our processes. All that I would say is, you talk of dreams here. Your principal, when he spoke about, she quoted Abdul Kalam talking about dreams. I have another quote relating to dream, which I wanted to lay before you. This is by Eleanor Roosevelt, who made Eleanor Green, not Roosevelt. Eleanor Green made a very interesting statement. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. What it means is, தன் கனவுகளின் அழகினை நம்புவோருக்கே எதிர்காலம் சொந்தம். இந்த கனவுகள் மாறி மாறி வரும். இந்த கனவுகள் ஒரே கனவு பிடிச்சிட்டே இருப்போம். We'll keep on going against it, kind of a thing. Days are gone. What Dr. Abdul Kalam also said at some point in time, never let your dreams become nightmares. If you remain fixated with your dream as it was conceived in a young mind when you are doing 6th standard. எங்களுக்கெல்லாம் சொல்லி தருவாங்க, டாக்டர் ஆகணும், எம்பிபிஎஸ், என்ஜினியர் ஆகணும், கலெக்டர் ஆகணும், 3 தான், வேறு எதுவும் சொல்லிக் கொடுக்க மாட்டாங்க எங்கள் ஊர் பக்கம். ஐ எம் ஃப்ரம் அ வில்லேஜ் நியர் சிவகாசி and I studied my school in the 60s, and those were the times when hardly one new industry was born every 5 years. Today 5 industries are born every year. Today, you know, till I finished my engineering, I didn't even know that something called management studies existed. Till I entered my MBA school, I never knew there's something called HRD which existed, Human Resource Development. HRD as a term came into existence in 1984. And in my view, as you see these things emerge, can you give your children the ability to unlearn as much as you give them the ability to learn? I know it's a bit of a tough one. How do I give ability to unlearn while I'm giving them the basics of what they need to know? You know, whatever you study, mathematics, physics, chemistry, civics, everything follows something called half-life theory. Let me give you an example, small example. Sometime back there was an article which came in every newspaper, God discovered. You know what it meant is they had discovered the God particle. Like the syllabus, the new syllabus which Tamil Nadu government is introducing now, from next year onwards, when I ask you, what are the basic particles? What would you say? Neutron, electron, proton. Next year, you may have to say 5. In something as basic as the basic particles, you may have to add boson, which is called as the God particle. You may have to call another one, which hopefully will by that time be established as a basic particle, which is being discovered currently, and it's called as the devil particle. You know, it's something as basic as quantum physics. Things are changing now. Half-life theory simply means that by the time you put out something in your textbook, half of what you read is obsolete. In my view, teaching a child how to learn, teaching a child how to unlearn, teaching a child how to relearn become critical attributes of the education of today. In my view, in your hero development program, this would be a very important aspect. How many exposures have you given of real life heroes? You know, the young girl who went to Olympics last year, year before last, she brought tears down everybody's eyes. She was in the field called wrestling, a field where no girl is allowed to go. And she went carrying milk to her father, who was a wrestler, and she got involved in wrestling. And here is a lady who won the 3rd position in Olympics last year. And before she came back into Chennai, into India, she's from Haryana, her bank was credited with 10 crores of rupees. A girl who has not crossed age of 18, she became a national hero. What's her name? What's her name? Absolutely. You're absolutely right. Give her a set of claps for that girl. Yeah. And more importantly, a movie maker makes a movie based on this lady's life. Someone who has not crossed 18 years. And do you know how much money it earned? You know the name of the movie? Dangal. It made 1,500 crores. People in China who have no idea of our language paid hundreds of crores to watch this movie. Can we create heroes among us? Can we create more Sakshi Maliks among us? Can we create more PV Sindhus among us? Can we create more entrepreneurs among us? On this note, let me wish SBOA School all the very best. May you have many, many years of wisdom and glory. May many, many more heroes emerge out of you. All the very best. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for inspiring us by sharing with us your close relation with our school. We are highly humbled by your sincere words of appreciation.
I managed to carry as much as possible.